What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of the Meeting Stone podcast. Iron Arrow, who is now Iron Fur, Blammers, and Mongo the other guy. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and keep supporting us as we keep making these hopefully funny videos for you guys. Alright, so, exciting news of the week is that I'm a tank now.
Yay.
Yep, because we made it to 2600 rating in Mythics on my Hunter, and nobody wants Hunters in plus 20s or above.
They suck.
Because they don't bring anything to the table.
Biased.
It's not what you told me.
Discrimination.
I mean, it's because of Blizzard. They won't give Hunters anything besides damage.
Have you tried being better?
I think I was decent.
I think you are
That's the
wonderful.
problem. You just didn't understand that you were the problem.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so.
So yeah, I'm a Guardian Druid now. Old bear tank.
Yay.
And yeah, so that's the exciting news in WoW for the week. You know?
Another exciting news, I quit playing.
You did not.
I know.
You wouldn't.
Can't believe anything this guy says.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. I'll do whatever I want.
I'll do whatever
you
I
have
want.
Nothing. You have nothing else.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't mean.
No, it's okay. I get it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Jeez, wow.
I don't mean it like that, but
You
I
know,
don't know how else.
you don't have anything else to occupy your time. How about that?
That's much better. Thanks, man.
You didn't let me finish.
yeah.
I think you
As
said
usual.
enough.
As usual.
You know, in times like these.
I don't think you deserve to say anything else.
In times like these, I prefer to occupy my time with an ice cold beverage.
I have nothing left, so I guess I'll do that too.
Oh my god. So yeah, when we're not playing WoW or while we're playing WoW, we like to drink some beers, of course, as everyone knows at this point. So this week it was my turn to pick. What'd you call me?
I said, I guess I might as well, huh?
Might as well what?
Drink.
Oh.
I have nothing else.
I mean, you could, yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Why?
I have nothing left.
Nah, you got something left.
Thought I had a friend, but Jesus.
I'm your friend.
You
Yeah, you.
You have a friend in Jesus also, yes.
Good Lord.
Oh my god.
This is taking a southern turn. As it usually does.
You're the one that usually calls it that.
Not this time, huh?
I said
Listen, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I mean, I did tell you to talk more, Ski. I didn't mean it meant like.
It came right for the throat.
Yeah. I mean, good for you. Proud of you to just put me in my place.
I
Exactly what I
support it.
deserve.
I supported it. It was good.
You're
Anyhow,
a wonderful
back
person.
to the point.
A wonderful person,
With
co-worker,
nothing left in life.
Nah, you got you got a lot of things. I don't know why you're being like this.
Yeah, why you being like that?
I'm just listening to what my good friend Ski is talking about.
What the fuck?
Yeah, not
So I thought good
not
friend.
Iron Arrow. Iron Arrow did not say that.
You're on Iron Arrow, fur man.
That's right, Iron Fur now. I wonder if I should change it to Iron Bear. What do you think?
Leave it where it's at.
Is there really a difference?
I don't know. Well, Iron Fur is an actual druid ability. That's the only reason I say that.
Okay, well, it's fine.
All right, that's fine. Ski spoke it, so it must be true.
That is.
So, anyway, in the land of drinks,
Anywho,
I have picked out a saison.
A swill, as it were.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is it saison? I don't know how to say it.
Saison.
Saison?
Sure.
Donald
Yes.
Faison?
Arnold?
No, that's Faison.
So this beer is called Saison Dupont. It's from Belgium.
Saison de Dupont.
Belgium. So
Let me
let's
get
see.
mine.
Let's see what this says here. It's brewed at one of Europe's last farmhouse breweries. Saison Dupont is a classic style of the Belgian Saison, golden blonde in color, dry yet refreshing, leaving you wanting more sip after sip. So this is an unfiltered Belgian farmhouse ale. For anyone wondering, I don't know what that means, but... And it's allegedly the world's most iconic Saison. So are we all ready to do our taste test here?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get a beer?
Are we doing this?
Yes.
Yeah. How'd you get a beer? I want one.
You have
Go
one.
to your fridge and get it.
Oh, okay.
Or the back seat of your
It's all my
car.
fault
I don't
again.
know, wherever you left it.
Yeah, wherever you... Yes.
Was that
All right.
funny?
Little bit.
I thought it was me.
A
me
little
saying.
bit.
All right, here we go. Here goes nothing.
All right.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
That is very drinkable.
I can't
I'm
wait to
not
hear.
drinking it.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I didn't even open it.
What are you
Get
doing
with the
right now?
time, Sam. I'm blaming
Oh, my government out there. I'll kill you, Michael.
Jesus.
Sorry. Yeah, it came out wrong.
What are we doing right now?
I have anger issues.
Did you actually not open the beer?
I opened it.
Did you drink it?
Don't drink.
No,
Who's a good little boy? Come on, you could do it.
I could do it.
Put it in your mouth.
Whoa. Pause. Fine, I'll drink the stupid beer.
You can't make me.
Nah, it's fruity. I hate it.
Fruity?
Yeah, it tastes fruity to me.
Interesting.
Fruity.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting. So it's a 6.5% ABV. Saison Dupont, which is from, so I'm assuming that the brewery is it's the Brasserie Dupont in Torpes, Belgium.
Mama Gang?
No, not Omgang.
No. Not one of those this time. Maybe next time.
No.
Yeah, maybe next time.
I pick next time. There's no shot this is next time. Brought to you by the piss water that is Dream Patch.
It's got a 3.7 rating on Untapped.
Yep. Not after I'm done.
I think that's low.
It is the most admired and imitated saison in the world. A
Are
strong,
you
vital yeast.
out of your fucking mind?
What?
Imitated? Who the fuck is imitating this shit?
It's actually pretty good.
Anyone who wants a good beer.
Oh, it's so good.
You're not gonna like IPA. I thought you liked IPAs.
I do.
Well, this is more hoppy.
Yeah, it is, but it also has a fruity taste, which is dog shit.
All right, so what we're learning here is that you don't like fruit.
No,
For being one.
not in my beer. What are we doing right now?
About what?
Putting fruit in beer.
I don't think they put fruit in it.
There's fruit in there. I can taste it.
It's not that fruity. You're giving a bad representation of what this tastes like.
Yeah,
tastes
no.
terrible.
I think it's a nice
It's
nicely
got some
balanced
hops
beer.
with a little bit of
Malt.
like citrus and malt in there, right?
I guess that's probably the fruit he's tasting, but
Yeah, but it's
I
not sweet.
taste terrible. Yes, it is.
It is not.
Okay.
I could drink this by the case.
Oh, all
What?
right. It's Mongo approved. He's got the
It
stamp.
is. It's a nice light. It's not overly anything.
It's fucking terrible. Anyone out there, don't do it. You will regret it.
It's got a 3.7, which is I think 1.1
Low.
higher than than
Again,
June
it has it
Patch.
right now because as soon as I get the balls to go on Untapped, I'm changing that number.
I think it's good.
I
Yeah,
think
me
it's
too.
delicious.
It's
Good
really
choice.
good.
I'm glad I
I think
picked
it's-
one you didn't like though.
You know what else I don't like? Never mind. We'll just stop now.
Unless he's just saying that again and actually does enjoy it.
Actually, now that I've been drinking it, I do get a little more of the sweetness he's talking about.
Well.
But
Not like what you're
no, it's
saying.
not. It's not fruity per se. It's more of a creaminess.
What?
Yeah.
All right, you're back to being full of shit again.
Yeah, it's got a. It's like hoppy
Got
and
that.
citrusy, and it
It's
has.
terrible
I
taste.
think it's a nice
Good.
balance. Nice.
Yeah, it's not overly hoppy. So if you don't really like IPAs, then you might necessarily not hate. You won't necessarily hate this one because it's
Yeah, I'm
not as hoppy as that, but it's also
But
not.
If you like this, you have terrible taste buds.
Well, out of the 200,000 ratings it has, there's a bunch of people that
Again,
like it.
those people are obviously alcoholics.
I don't think alcoholics are drinking this, man.
They are.
No, they're getting whatever cheap shit they can find and drink by the case.
You
This
just
is
said you could drink this by the case, so.
yes, but not like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, day after day.
You're just
Yeah.
going with whatever narrative fits you right now, right?
All right, so let's do our ratings. Obviously, Blammers is going to be in the
I'm gonna
toilet
throw
again.
gold out.
What?
Never. I'm kidding.
I'm going to give it a silver. It's not crazy that I would want necessarily go out of my way to get it, but it's good. It's
Because
drinkable.
it's bad.
No.
I'm gonna
I will give it.
purple.
I will give it a gold.
Whoa!
All right.
Those
Wow.
that have those that are a
So
little
good.
more beer experienced will
The
understand.
more alcoholic people.
Are you saying that you're more beer experienced because you're older?
One could argue that also. Sure.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
I mean, I could argue a lot of things.
You do, yes.
I am
So,
not an argumentative person.
that's debatable.
Fuck yourself.
It's an argument right there, yes.
And why are you arguing with me?
I'm not arguing.
I think you are.
I think
Yeah.
you're pussy.
So, again, Saison DuPont from the Brasserie DuPont Brewery in Belgium. It's a farmhouse
Two
ale.
thumbs up.
6.5% ABV, 30 IBUs.
Which is
I
not,
you.
yeah, no bitterness. I mean, very little.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not not bad.
Not a good beer.
10 out of 10 recommended.
You know, maybe one of these
I
days,
hate so much what's being said to people right now.
Mongo, maybe one of these days we will find the hidden treasure that is the beer that Blammers actually likes.
I bet there's one out there.
I
Myth.
think, is it a myth?
Myth.
No.
Or is there really a hidden treasure out there? Similar to
Well,
the hidden treasure that's possibly in the Grand Canyon. I was actually looking this
Yeah.
stuff up. Would you say the Alamo?
The Alamo does not have a basement.
What?
The
It does
basement?
not have a basement.
You talking about the basement of the Grand Canyon?
I'm gonna
No,
prove
the Alamo.
you keep saying crazy shit.
No, so I was reading this. So actually, Blammers sent me this video on TikTok about this.
Oh yeah, I forgot to send you that ski. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
So everyone's heard of the lost city of El Dorado, the alleged city made of gold, and allegedly back in so over 100 years ago now, in 1909, there was an article that appeared in the Arizona Gazette. That's this guy had found the lost city of El Dorado in a cave inside of the Grand Canyon. So
Interesting.
it was during a trip from Green River, Wyoming, down through Colorado in a wooden boat to Yuma that this guy came
Freezing to
across
Yuma?
this. Three might as well been. So I don't know how old this article is that I have, but allegedly the Smithsonian is actually looking into this. So they're apparently nearly a mile underground, where they're actually looking into where this stuff might be. But you were telling me that apparently in the area where they actually this city of gold is rumored to be is actually like you can't go there, right?
I mean, you can't go to a lot of places in the canyon,
So
but that's theoretically, allegedly why. Yes.
right. So apparently there's so much gold in this cavern that it would. I mean, the U.S. dollar used to be based off the price of gold. It's not so much anymore.
Not at all.
But um, back when it was, there was so much gold in here that the theory is that it would have tanked the economy because that's how much gold there is.
I mean, there's other things about it too, though. That's just one theory that it's the lost city of gold.
Yeah.
There's
So,
questions about how and when it got there and who put it there.
well, they have found Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Correct. Well, allegedly. I mean, I haven't.
Alleged hieroglyphs, yes.
At that site, or
Yeah, in the Grand Canyon, which
Yes.
should not
I
be
mean,
obviously.
where the alleged city of gold is, or elsewhere in the Grand Canyon.
So, I don't know that there's anywhere else in the Grand Canyon. So the cavern itself they're talking about is real. That exists. They have searched for it and found it. The
The thing is,
entrance,
you're not allowed in, so
right.
things can't be really verified, and it's not well-known knowledge, obviously,
The
right?
entrance is 1,486 feet under the sheer canyon wall. It is located on government land. No visitor is allowed there under penalty of trespass.
Yes.
And they're, I guess, allegedly doing that because of the scientists there. Again, I don't know how old this article is. This could be 20 years old. I'm not sure. So, there's apparently the guy that found it was traveling down the Colorado River, and 40 miles up the river from the El Tovar Crystal Canyon, on the east wall, there were stains in the sediment formation about 2,000 feet above the riverbed. And there was no trail to get there, but eventually they got there. And above a shelf, which hid it from the view from the river, was the mouth of the cave. So apparently this is like on the cliff face. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I don't know what you
apparently.
mean.
Are you being serious?
No.
All right. So the main passageway is about 12 feet wide, narrows to 9 feet towards the farther end, and about 57 feet from the entrance, the first side passages branch off to the right and left. And on both sides, there are a number of rooms about the size of ordinary living rooms of today, though some are like 30 by 40 square feet. These are entered by oval-shaped doors and are ventilated by round air spaces through the walls into the passages. The walls are about 3 feet 6 inches in thickness. Passages are chiseled or hewn as straight as could be laid out by an engineer. The ceilings of the many rooms converge to a center. The side passages near the entrance run at a sharp angle from the main hall, but toward the rear they gradually reach a right angle in direction. Apparently there was also a tomb they found down here with mummies in it, which again would signify Egyptian-esque things.
Certainly could, yes.
I mean, there's
They
no
could-
reason there should be anything Egyptian in the Grand Canyon.
No, not at all.
That is true. I mean,
Which again asks the question: who put it there, and how long ago has it, been there?
the only possible thing that you can maybe speculate is that I mean, you'd have to go back to when there was all one continent. But I would doubt people weren't allegedly around back then, so. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, if there was Egyptian hieroglyphs in the Grand Canyon, which apparently there are, that would have to rewrite history to some degree.
So, yes. Now, did the people of, like, the Aztecs share similar beliefs as the Egyptians? Could be a thing, right?
I mean, different civilizations, as it were, did mummify them. They're dead.
True.
Not just the Egyptians, or maybe they got it from them, but they weren't the only ones to mummify.
The thing that's weird, so that I have like a picture that I'm looking at of what the inscriptions look like, and if they're real, they do look very Egyptian-esque. They're not like if I showed them to you, just the picture, and said, what does this look like? You'd be like, it's Egyptian hieroglyphs. And like there's 3 people. One looks like a pharaoh, and then there's a person behind them and a person in front of. You would say, if without context, that it's Egyptian, is what I mean.
There's certainly no linguist experts.
But I mean, doesn't necessarily. I'm sure there were all kinds of hieroglyphs over the centuries, thousands of years. So there's apparently a shrine, right? So over 100 feet from the entrance is a cross hall, several hundred feet long, in which they found an idol or image of the people's god sitting cross-legged with a lotus flower or lily in each hand. The cast of the face is oriental, and the carving. This is written real weird. I don't know why. The idol almost resembles Buddha, allegedly. Although the scientists are not certain as to what religious worship it represents. Their closest guess is the ancient people of Tibet.
I bet from
the monks.
Were the ancient people of Tibet the monks? I don't know.
I don't know. I just always remember monks. I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
For them to be in the United States in the Grand Canyon is weird too.
I mean, the thing is, like, so the Grand Canyon was carved by water, obviously.
Yeah.
So maybe centuries and centuries ago, people were able to easily access this cavern. If either the water level was that high, or the ground was that high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the canyon only exists because of water running through it for years and years and years and years.
Millions and millions of years.
Right. So maybe back whenever this occurred, there was still water or ground. How deep is the actual Grand Canyon? Do we know that?
That's a good question.
This is a mile below the top of the wall anyway. So how much further to the bottom is it?
6,000 feet.
So it's not that much further to the bottom, I guess.
No.
5,280 feet in the in a mile. I think that's right.
On average, yeah, it's about a mile deep.
So, the hieroglyphs here, so that's pretty interesting stuff. There were urns, walk over doorways, tablets of stone which were found by the image, and mysterious hieroglyphs. So the Smithsonian apparently is still trying to figure out what they are. They have not proven. So they have proven. So the mummies examined so far are male. There's no children or females.
Okay.
That doesn't really tell you much.
No. Well, didn't the Egyptians mummify everyone?
Um,
Or was it only
not
pharaohs?
necessarily. I mean, it was only for the rich,
Right.
and their servants would have been mummified, and pets and whatnot, but not usually. It's not something you just go and I'm dying, so I'm going to get mummified. It's more of the
Right.
expense involved in that and time to do it is more for the rich and
They found mummified crocodiles, so I think they mummified pretty much whatever.
Huh. Maybe they practiced on the crocodiles first.
well, they would take whatever they thought would be
Wait a minute, there weren't no crocodiles over in Egypt, were there?
Yeah, the
useful to them
Nile?
and would
What?
serve them in the afterlife.
There's crocodiles in the Nile? I don't know, I've never
They
been there.
they did cats, pets, kinds of stuff. But
So, the tomb or crypt in which the mummies were found is one of the largest chambers, with walls slanting back at an angle of about 35 degrees.
I
So
mean,
these
it's
tiers
definitely
are
all man-made there, and because that's
right.
not gonna naturally. So someone had to do it at some point in time.
So each one occupying a separate honed shelf. At the head of each is a small bench on which is found copper cups and pieces of broken swords.
Hmm.
Are they actually copper cups?
Oh, there's an easy test for that.
I mean, are they just saying that they're copper? You know what I mean?
I'm sure they're gonna test it exactly what it is.
The urns or cups on the lower tiers are crude, while as the higher shelves are reached, the urns are finer in design, showing a later stage of civilization. Um, there's one room about 40 by 70, 700
Hmm.
feet, which was
Jeez.
allegedly the main dining hall. Cooking utensils are found there.
Wow.
So people allegedly lived in here. It seems like it's a city.
Sounds like it.
Upwards of 50,000 people could have lived in these caverns comfortably.
That's it?
That's a lot of people.
Speak completely cut off
A lot of people.
from everything.
Right. Well, the thing is, though, where do they get food?
I'm sure they could have had livestock and,
Inside a
well,
cavern?
I would
like you
assume
said, who
top
knows how the
three.
water was in those days, and they could have.
Well, yeah, I mean, um,
And the only speculation of how they lived and whatnot.
oh, so this is interesting. So, um, there's one chamber of the passageway which is not ventilated.
Okay.
When they approached it, a deadly, snaky smell struck them. Light would not penetrate the gloom,
Hmm.
so they need stronger lights to.
Jeez.
If you lived
If,
in an underground cavern, where do you take dumps?
maybe that's this gassy cavern.
Their
Like,
bathroom.
yeah, it smells really bad in this one.
Did you just say in the bathroom?
I said that would be their bathroom. Then you're
Oh,
saying,
all right. Very good.
Yeah, scientists are funny sometimes. We got this cavern that smells really bad. It smells like shit. I don't know what could be in there.
I don't know what they could have used it for, but it definitely smells like shit in here.
They're saying it smells snaky. I don't know what that means. What does a snake
I,
smell like?
I,
Uh,
not really anything from what I remember. It
They
would be
can't.
distinct smells like other pets or animals.
Apparently, whatever light they have, they cannot see what's in this cavern.
That's crazy right there to think about.
Yeah. So that's how deep it is.
That's pretty deep, though.
Yeah, dog. And then there's also stuff about the Hopi Indians that they have a tradition story they tell that their ancestors once lived in an underworld in the Grand Canyon till dissension arose between the good and the bad, and the people of one heart and the people of two hearts.
Hmm.
And Macheto, who was their chief, counseled them to leave the underworld, but there was no way out. That's where they all are. All the bodies are down there. The chief then caused a tree to grow up and pierce the root of the underworld, and then the people of one heart climbed out. And then they
It's kind of
tarried.
crazy how many like mythoses we run into that are like Native American in like
Oh yeah.
origin.
Yeah. So they say that the people that of one heart left, and then that's when they tarried the Red River, and which is the Colorado, and they grew grain and corn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
It could very well have been some form or some type of the Native American peoples out there.
I'm gonna go with no.
So, what'd you say you're gonna go now?
He said that he's going to go with no.
Oh,
I'm just being argumentative because I'm mad.
why are you mad?
Nah, don't worry about it. Let's just continue on.
All right. So, I mean, what do we think? Do we think that maybe there's this? I mean, obviously the cavern exists. Do we think that they found the city of El Dorado in the Grand Canyon?
I mean, if they're not going to let anyone in and show anything about it, they can claim and say whatever they want because there's no proof to doubt otherwise. They would release something and let us see, and we could be more forming of an opinion.
Because the part that's hard with that though is that the El Dorado is allegedly in Colombia. That's where they say it originated from.
Right.
It was the Muisca people. Yes. It's allegedly a lost city that was in Colombia. Which is nowhere near the Grand Canyon.
No, not at all. But there's, I mean, stories about hidden treasures, hidden this, and I mean, I've been around for hundreds of years. Most
true.
of them. But my little, my little thing I was researching called the 12 Treasures, and
Yeah, so
that has only been around since the 1980s.
so you said that was this guy left clues to actual treasure he buried, right?
Yes, a man by the name of Byron Price in 1982 decided it would be a good idea to publish a treasure hunt. He spent a year or so traveling around the country, United States and Canada, burying small ceramic boxes. He wrote poems and had his friend paint pictures, and he published them in this book called The 12 Treasures. Each I guess poem is supposed to coincide with a picture that's supposed to kind of be a map, and the lines of the poems, which are kind of crazy if you would read them for each one, and it's supposed to give clues to where the location's at. Out of the 12 treasures, 3 have been found up to now.
Say where they found the ones they found.
Yes, it does. Let's see. The 3 have been found. One that was found in Cleveland, Ohio. one was in Chicago, Illinois, and one was in Boston, Massachusetts.
Interesting.
The rest, they know where they're at, most likely at. Like one would be San Francisco, one is Charleston, Roanoke Island, St. Augustine, Florida, Herman Park in Houston, Milwaukee, the French Quarter in New Orleans, and one in Montreal, and then one in Queens or Coney Island in New York.
Did it say how much, like, did he ever specify how much he hid in treasure? I'm just curious about that.
Okay, each treasure box is pretty much almost identically the same, and there are ways to know that it's real and whatnot. So once you uncover one, you're entitled to exchange it for a precious gem. This guy Price Priest died in 2005, but his estate, I guess the rest of his family, took over and will honor that if any more are found.
That's just
So,
part of the will that they have to do that. Because otherwise, I feel like people's greed, they'd be like, nah.
so, so the last one that was found was in Boston. It was actually during the show Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates. It was close, or actually they were doing construction or something in this park, and the one machine undug it. So they raced there and saw that it was real, and the dude that found it, they showed the little ceremony, and they showed the exchange with the gem, because each one is, I guess, linked to
You think the network was like, yeah, Josh, that's it's actually our money, buddy.
Yeah, we're taking it.
no,
Hmm.
no, but each one is linked to a different gem, like uh, uh different valuable gem and whatnot.
Yeah, imagine he has one in there. It's like trash. You find
Like the
that one.
one, like the one in Chicago the gem was valued at like $1,200 in 1982. So
That could be 12,000 or more now.
it could be, certainly. So I mean, it's not super. You're not going to get super rich by doing this, but it's more of just maybe a hobby for some. If you can figure these lines out.
I think we should go look for the one in Virginia.
That wouldn't be a bad thing.
Podcast episode 5, The Hunt for Roanoke.
That's in North Carolina, but sure.
Well, whatever.
I was asking a few of those questions because I went to, I think it was like Pittsburgh, and we like visited a cave. And in that cave, they found a box in it that had like coins, a bunch of coins, and they have it on display in like their lobby and shit. And I was like, that sounds pretty familiar.
Imagine you're like, I know what that is. You go back and steal it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna defend it. I'll steal it.
Just become.
No, they have it behind like plexiglass in the lobby of their little like where you pay to go down to the cave and shit for the
What kind of
tours.
cave was it?
I don't know, just a cave. You ever want to like a tour of a cave?
Is it just a
Mhm.
cave?
Yeah.
It wasn't too. I mean, there was nothing special in there. It was just a cave.
Oh. I've been in a mine before.
Looking for coal.
I mean, I wasn't looking for coal, but it was an old coal mine. I went when I was a wee lad.
There's that one famous cave near us that you can tour and walk all the way to the end of and whatnot.
What one's that?
Crystal Cave.
There crystals in it.
I'm sure there could have been at some time. I don't know. But it's a deep cave that they used to.
All right.
Yes.
So I think the obvious
Anyway.
next play is we find this treasure.
I agree.
I mean, it's open to anyone, but this one note here says that with the passage of time, because it's been 40 plus years, some of the Some of them may have been destroyed, built over, or otherwise lost.
Sounds hard. I'm out.
I mean, yeah, if you
Or,
think somebody starts digging somewhere, they're not going to know that's there. Stuff just gets
yeah,
lost.
for whoever. So I mean, they could be. They, who knows? But 40+ years is a long time. But you'd have to go try and see and look.
Well,
Delicious
let's
beer.
get a search party together. Yes, delicious beer. Nom 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 nom.
Oh, you have to look up though
I
the
refuse to take
freaking
another sip.
the clues to these freaking clues though.
That'll be the hard part. We know anybody that's good at figuring out clues.
Blues Clues.
Because it's like poetry, but also, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, Blue's Clues. Let's get Blue on the case.
What was that guy's name?
Steve?
Steve?
Yeah, that guy.
Or
I like how Mongo. I like how you know that, but you don't know any Disney movies.
I'm not saying I don't know the Disney movies. I'm just saying I've never watched the Disney movies.
Yeah, you haven't watched like all of them.
Most, some, whatever. Most, sure.
You have kids. How they've never seen it either?
Well, they watch Disney movies all the time.
He just refuses to look
Not
at the
for
screen.
you. Yeah.
Daddy, come watch this with us. No.
I'm not watching that swill.
I'm going to drink my beer. Leave me alone. That was like a SpongeBob laugh.
Yeah.
Let me try this again. See if it's
Yeah.
less
Take another sip.
horrible.
Maybe you'll like it this time. Glug, 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 glug.
Oh yeah, completely redeemed itself.
See?
We know you're just saying that.
Yeah, we're on to
He
your.
knows me so well.
We're on to your games.
I know.
You're right. It sucks.
It is delicious.
I think it goes down smooth.
I think
Oh,
it
it's
leaves
it's very nice.
a malty ass-eating
Excuse me.
taste in my mouth.
You just
Got
say
a
it's
bad aftertaste.
it's a malty ass eating taste.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a fair description.
That is wild.
Wild that you picked another pile of shit. There's something wrong with you.
All right, let's back
You
up a
keep
second.
doing
here.
this.
No, hold on. Let's back up here.
You did it on purpose.
I am choosing beers that I've never tried, so I don't know if they're going to be good or bad.
You literally asked the guy, like, what's the worst seller in this motherfucker?
You think that's what I walked into the beer distributor and said to the guy?
Yeah. Which one of these tastes like shit?
You got something that's been that's dusty, it's been sitting under the shelf because no one wants it for 3 years?
You went in there, you're like, which one of these is going to upset my friend?
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Except that's not what happened.
I know who you are. I get it.
I look for the most unique thing I can find, and I had never heard of a farmhouse ale, so that's what I went with.
There's a reason for that.
You're
Because
silly.
it tastes like ass.
Apparently, it's
eating of
been the
that
most
ass.
iconic and imitated saison in existence.
Well, then there's a lot of young ass eaters out there.
This is taking a turn.
Nah, it's right where it needs to be.
Uh,
Anywho,
The Holy Grail ass eating.
that's amazing.
What?
The holy grail of ass eating.
You like that transition?
I couldn't have done it better myself.
I could do this all week.
Wow.
You give me a line, I'll get it in there somehow.
I just never thought in my life I'd hear the words the holy grail of ass eating. Can we just start and say that I don't know if the holy grail is a real thing? The actual, well, I mean, in theory, the actual holy grail.
Well, tell us a
All
little
right.
bit about it.
Well, I mean, it's obviously never been found, right? There have been legends and myths that it's been found,
Right.
but no actual tangible evidence that it's ever been discovered. And then even what it is debated. So, like, I, yeah, I mean, obviously we've all seen what Indiana Jones was referenced.
Sure.
Forget which one of those did. Anyone who's an
Also,
Indiana Jones fan knows which one it was in?
Which Indiana
no.
Jones it was in?
Yeah, do you remember?
No.
Nah, I don't either.
Ski hasn't seen them, so.
Are you shitting me right now?
He's just saying that. Don't believe him.
Have you or have you not seen Indiana Jones?
A long time ago.
Okay, that's fine. Jesus Christ. I'm upset now again.
So you know what allegedly what the Holy Grail is, right? I
Well,
assume.
everyone knows the legend, yes.
What is it then?
Oh, do we all?
Tell me, Ski. What is it?
Go ahead.
Really?
I'll see if you're right.
Well, one legend, I should say, is that it was the cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper.
All right then. Very good.
Correct.
I know my shit.
You don't know Disney movies though.
I drink saisons and I know things.
He'll be here all week, ladies and gents.
I mean, there are other theories as well. There's
Yes, there's a different one.
there's one that it's a cup that caught Christ's blood when he was struck with a spear. There's part of that. There's
Mm-hmm.
you can watch the movie Dogma. They claim that the Holy Grail is the actual bloodline of Christ and not an actual item.
Yes, it's more metaphorical than physical. What?
Nothing. Yeah. How much of that beer have you drank so far?
Some?
I mean, he does sound less smart now. So, but you drank it too, and it is definitely awful.
I mean,
Delicious.
This is the Holy Grail. This beer is it.
Mm-mm.
It's fake, but piece of shit.
Could say it is the holy grail of beers.
No,
It is that good.
the Holy Grail of beers is going to be the one that you give a gold to.
Oh, God,
That's what I gave a gold to.
Why?
That was my golden buzzer beer.
I think
Ugh.
that that's gonna be my change now, is I'm going to search for what I think that Blammers will give a gold to.
Yeah, I don't want you to ever give gold again. I want you to call it the Holy Grail every time. There's a new Grail, huh?
So the Holy Grail has all these stories related to Christ and everything around it. Where is it rumored to be?
Where would you think?
If I had to guess, the Vatican.
That's a good guess. It's not what I was going with.
Okay.
Well, where was Christ from?
Jerusalem.
Allegedly. There you go.
So it's in Israel.
There is allegedly. I mean, so there is like a one site. I forget where it is. I'll look it up real quick, but it's like so high in radiation that you can't go in it, and that's allegedly possibly the Grail as well.
That'd be interesting.
Of course, it's going to be somewhere where no one can get to it. And
Well, you could get there, Ski. You're not allowed in because of the radiation level.
who cares about radiation?
I mean, I think
Mostly your skin, hair, teeth, and well-being.
imagine he goes in, he comes walking out with a cup. He's got 3 eyes, and one arm's gone. He's like, oh, I got it, guys.
It was in there. I'm denying a week, but it was there.
No skin, and all came
No
off.
skin.
There we go. I got it.
I got it, boys. Put my saison Dupont in this.
I mean, the Grail has been sought after and talked about for over 1,000 years by
Well, yeah, Monty
It's a
Python
myth.
went after
every
it.
kind of group and treasure hunter there is. And there's going to be one rumor, a rumor for every different.
So we can all agree
person.
that it's a myth. Like it doesn't quite necessarily exist, or do you think it's a thing that's out there somewhere?
I
So
would say it is possible that it could exist in some form or other. Whether it's a golden cup, whether it's made of wood and carved out of wood, or what. I mean, no one can say for certain.
I will say, so the cup itself exists. So
Well,
there,
you can definitely say for sure it exists. I'm
right.
sure Jesus drank out of something.
So what we're calling the Holy Grail. So essentially, it exists because we know that Jesus drank out of something. We're just giving it the title of being the Holy Grail. Does that make sense?
I think it
Sure.
got blown out of proportion, right? So, like, if you were given a cup that literally Jesus drank out of, you would definitely value it, like, on a literal, like, mythical level, just that item itself.
Well,
But it
especially
wouldn't have,
then.
like,
One could, yeah.
magical properties, right?
That's another claim to it, that it does have magical properties.
Well, they say
That
that
if you
Jesus
could drink
himself
out of
had
it, it would, yeah,
magic,
it would heal
not
you and
necessarily
whatnot.
magical properties, but that it was the
That's,
religious
I mean, one of
aspect
the
of things.
rumors or myths that it does have magical properties, and that's why people want it and want to find it.
Yeah,
Can you
I
imagine its
mean,
actual ability was, like, it was able to turn water to wine like he could, and you're just getting smoked, sloshed out every day.
Mm,
yeah,
This cup's awesome.
that's
This is
the
a grail.
that's the only thing that you would use it for.
Tanked out every fucking day.
certainly that could be
Thank
another.
you, Jesus.
You know, and the Da Vinci Code is, you know, that was prominent in that movie slash book.
I think we should go searching for Excalibur.
I mean, that'd be cool.
That's a
That's another one
whole
though that
different
like
topic.
it's very similar though what we're talking about. I think it's obviously it's real, but I think it's a
Is it real
sword.
though?
Yes.
Well, yeah, King
Yes.
Arthur
King
had a
Arthur had a
sword.
sword. Yes.
The whole notion of King Arthur, I mean, some say is just mythological.
King Arthur is not mythological.
I
In
mean,
my opinion.
as we know it today, more or less, I should say, is mythological. I mean, could have been a King Arthur in history at some point in time? Sure, but we're not thinking. I mean, not the big castle and the round table and the knights and stuff like that.
No, I think that a lot of the stuff, it's
I
things
mean,
that
yeah, I was
people
gonna say
have.
yes. It could very well be based on history at some point, or you know, from some point in history or other.
You ever play the telephone game when you were in school?
You mean Whisper Down the Lane or something?
Yeah, it's something like
No,
that. So the way it works,
uh,
maybe that's a new thing that me and Blammers did. Um,
You never did that?
telephone game.
Huh.
so what would happen, Mongo, is that the teacher would whisper
Whisper down the lane.
yeah, something into the first kid's ear, and then you would tell it to the next
Yeah,
person, the next
that's
person, the next person. By the
That's
been
time,
definitely
around
very
for
awesome.
yeah, a long time.
yeah,
Yes.
by the time you get to the last person, the message is totally different.
Yeah.
I
So,
get brutalized, dude. It's
right.
never 100%
So
accurate.
if you take all these things in history, like the battles with allegedly King Arthur, and you say, oh, he had 150 men and he did this, and then the next thing you know, the next person tells it, and it's he had 1,000 men and he did this, and then it's so on and so forth. By the time it gets
All
to
right.
someone important, he's got a
And
million men and he destroyed everybody, and it's probably something like that. That King Arthur's,
in a manner of speaking, yeah, you are. It is
yes, that
completely,
it
you know, correct.
so that he
When
had
things are
this.
handed down by the word, I mean, you know people in your own life currently that can't tell a stitch of truth even when you know they're lying.
Right.
So when it is literally word of mouth, the whole lost in translation thing is definitely very,
They were
very
Right.
still
prominent
saying
and
if there was a
possible.
King Arthur, he was most likely Roman, not necessarily British, like you know the stories go.
I mean, whatever he may have been.
Again, from like the you know maybe 500s or something, like a long, you know, 900s, like a long time ago.
I mean, that's fair.
And
So,
I think that all
and
this
I mean,
stuff probably becomes
history, yeah, history is certainly embellished a lot.
because
Look at
back then. Go ahead.
the legend of Robin Hood is another one. They, I mean,
Stealing from the rich.
yeah, I mean, not necessarily his stories, but the fact that the man existed, I mean, they're pretty sure and certain that they did, and they know his grave and stuff. But again, all the stories that have been written about him and passed down, through time,
Well, it's like
doesn't
anything.
necessarily make him true. Yeah.
Even if we look at stuff today that's based on a true story, they embellish to sell.
And we're talking over 1,000 years too, not something that was 3 years ago.
Right. So imagine like people have seen an opportunity. Oh, I heard this Robin Hood story. I can make money off of this. And so,
Yeah, Disney.
I mean,
Yeah.
Disney itself made the
Oh, you
Robin
watched
Hood.
that one though?
No.
There it is, another one he
Well,
hasn't watched.
I mean, maybe with the wolf dude or whatever the hell it was. I don't know.
Wolf?
The Wolf Dude.
I mean, like, oh, you're talking about the Disney cartoon, that old one. That was a pretty
Yeah,
good video.
Oh,
yeah,
oh, oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or more Robin Hood Men in Tights type, but same thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely. I give up.
Men in tights.
That was my Robin Hood, my kind of Robin Hood.
We're getting back to men being in tights.
Nice.
You see what I did there?
Nice.
Oh yes, we all saw.
You're unfortunately not wrong.
Um,
Well, that was okay. Yeah.
yeah. So this stuff could very well exist. The magical part, the mythological part of it,
I mean, in theory, those things who knows? They haven't been found, so.
well, that's the
Some
thing,
people-
right?
For whatever
So
reason it did do that,
Some people question if Jesus even existed. Who knows?
But
that's true too. Some people do.
that's true. But like, you're saying that the Holy Grail is a cup. It's a gold cup. It could be any gold cup. How do you
Possibly,
know that's
yeah.
the one
Doesn't
that?
have, like I said, necessarily even have to be gold.
That was
Whatever
It could
it's-
be
yeah.
wood. It could be pewter. It could be copper.
Whatever it's
bronze,
made out of, how do you
ivory,
know when you look at it that's the cup
someone
Jesus drank
stole.
out of? No one was
Yeah,
there.
you could just run into a cup in a cave and go, "This is the Holy Grail."
Right. Like, how would you know?
That was it, though.
Exactly.
In Indiana Jones, that you did not watch or don't remember, though, that he had to pick the right cup, and he picked the wooden cup because Jesus was a carpenter, and in that movie, that was the correct cup.
See, everyone's gonna have their own version of whatever.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
I mean, who knows? Unless
Is
Jesus
what
comes back and says, "Yeah, that was my cup right there. That's the one I drank out of."
Well, I
Who
mean,
knows?
there's rumor that he's gonna
like,
come
"Yo,
back.
give me my fucking cup back."
Yeah.
Even prick.
I've been looking for this thing for centuries.
That shit
Yeah.
turns water to wine, and I'm trying to get crunk.
Has my initials right on the bottom there. If you look close.
Yeah, you imagine you turn it over.
Yeah.
It just says JC.
Better yet, dude, it's fucking like pimped out with gems and shit.
JHC, Jesus H. Christ.
Jesus H. Christ. Give me my cup back. And why are all you guys wearing tights?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, catch us on the next episode. I would say to comment, but no one does. So we're just going to
Is this a
keep
podcast?
going.
There's always hope.
What?
You were recording this?
I didn't tell you.
Oh shit.
That's gonna be a problem for me.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, yeah. So catch us on the next one. If you want to hear
Hey,
about a specific
comment,
topic,
by the way,
maybe
how
you should.
he told me I have nothing going on in my life.
That's going to be a good one. I don't know why we brought it up again, but here we are.
I'm still salty. It hurt me.
Again, you did not let me finish. Blammers.
I did.
No,
Nah,
not
you
at
did
all.
cut him off. I started laughing, so I couldn't help myself.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
I was
share the
not-
Grail with you when I find it.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Hopefully, I'll be in the mood to post some tanking videos soon of us running dungeons. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, comment. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. We out. Jesus H. Christ.